I have been sleeping over it, woken up inside the night, bathed in sweat, asking me one of the most important questions you can ask yourself as a human being. Who would I beat in a fair 1v1 fight with bare fist in the amazing digital circus? And that is a question that we all have to ask ourselves one day. And I asked myself this question today morning. And now I'm ready to answer. So I have already prepared the tier list. Let us just quickly start with the most iconic character of them all. The only woman who got the humble pass. Can I beat this tiny woman? Well, to be fair, I'm just gonna say it because I can easily overpower her, okay? She's tiny, she's fragile, she's scared. Easy prey for an alpha masculine male like myself. I could easily beat the living shit out of her. So that out of the way, that leaves us to a second character. I'm just gonna drop everyone on top when I go over them. So here we have Jax. Now Jax, he's a tall rabbit, okay? He's a very tall rabbit, so... But the thing is, he is thin, okay? He is very thin, so I would say I could barely beat him. Just because he's so thin and probably also weak. Thus, he has supersonic speed, so he could probably run away from me for a very long period of time before I would catch up to him and beat also the living crap out of him. But this barely beatable option comes in place because he can outrun me. So maybe if I catch him, I can beat him. If not, it's not gonna happen. Okay, there's Jax. Now we have, I think her name is Zubul. I think that's Zubul. So, the thing with Zubul is, she has a scissor hand. So, I know I said bare fist. Only I am allowed to use bare fists here. Now, this is part of her body, so I don't know how sharp her claws are, her scissors. So that only leaves me with a high chance, a very high chance of losing. Because as you know, scissors are nothing to toy with, okay? Very dangerous, very unknown. I have no idea if I could really beat Zubul in a fair 1v1 fight, even though this is kind of unfair. But I take the chance because I respect every single last part of her randomized body. Now we come to the one and only, the one who rules it all, the Kinger. Now obviously, the Kinger, there's no chance I can beat him. Just look at him. I would completely get obliterated. And I'm humble enough to say that I admit defeat before his gracious person. You ever wondered why he has this king mantle to cover his masculine body? If people would see him, they would go depressed even faster. Okay, as if they wouldn't have already been depressed. This is the spirit. He has mental strength as well as physical strength. No way I could even glimpse upon his strength in both sides. He would destroy me physically as well as mentally. This guy is an absolute powerhouse. And mad lad, if you would say. We have Regatta. I mean, Really nothing. She's a puppet, okay? A puppet. Easily beatable, easily destroy her, easily overpower. She even gets beaten by, I mean, okay, to be fair, she does resist a knife attack, because it's not child-friendly, so that makes me question if I could even hurt her with my fists. Now let me reevaluate. The thing is, she cannot beat me, okay? She's soft and powerless. But the thing is, if there's a way I can beat her, then I would beat her, okay? I can only win here, but there's a chance that I may not succeed in this objective, just because of the possibility that it is merely impossible to beat this thing. That brings us to Bubble. Now Bubble is a very unordinary specimen. It is a bubble that can be popped, as we know, but we don't know its true potential, okay? It has teeth, like it could destroy one. But the thing is, Bubble is built like a glass cannon, so it is either him or me. It will be decided in one blink who can get the first attack in, who succeeds first. No one knows until the battle is done, so I would say Bubble gets into the category of an epic duel of equivalency, just because we both have the same chances of beating one with only one strike. That's right. Now we have Gangle. Now the thing with Gangle is, she's literally a mask supported by string. And if you had in one part of your life one of those mask strings, they're impossible to tear apart, okay? I can already say, I cannot tear this apart. And she could easily, for certain, gangle me, okay? In a very inappropriate, nonchalantly manner. It's very dangerous for me. Now, for her on the other hand, it's kind of like me with Regatta. I could easily, the only way that would play it out here was if I could beat her, but she could not beat me. Now with Gangle, it's the complete opposite. She can beat me, but I don't know if I can beat her. Very likely. So I just have to put her onto the category would beat with a flamethrower. So if I had a flamethrower in my arsenal, then I could definitely beat her. I would say that for certain. Now, next on the list, we have the Gloinks. Now the Gloinks, what do we know about the Gloinks? They're random objects, and they're capable of carrying stuff. So, unless they manage to carry me, they pretty much have no chance against a man, okay? A man of humble origin. So I would say I would easily destroy those tiny things. Just easily obliterate them. And that brings us to the Gloink Queen. Now, the Gloink Queen, she could easily eat me up. But the thing what she underestimates here is that I have the Haet of humbleness. So once we meet, she would easily respect me. So she wouldn't dare to do that. Which leaves us to the only option of having an epic duel of equivalency as well. because since she cannot devour me, she's only left with the option of punching me. And I'm a tough guy, okay? Not as tough as King, of course. The king of them all. But I think I could take on a slimy thin queen. Okay? And then we have Kaufmo. Okay, Kaufmo is literally dark monster. There's no chance I can beat it, okay? It's not even with a flamethrower, okay? I don't think he is vulnerable to flames. I mean, also look at these eyes. They're disgusting. I don't even want to look at. I would probably just die. I mean, there are worse, of course. There are worse, like Zubul. But the thing with this thing is, you don't know how much is gonna glitch you out. Now, I don't want to get glitched too, so I'm just gonna pass on this one. I'm just gonna give him the victory. I'm not even engaging in a fight there. So yeah. And now we have the mannequins. Now the mannequins are just like men, okay? Men. But the thing is, the difference is they have some special abilities we don't really know of. Just like when Pomni opened that one door and he conjured a mask. So I would say these mannequins, I have a high chance of losing, but maybe I can come out victoriously. Okay? So maybe there's a way that, if it's a female especially, then I can easily charm her with my charisma. That would leave me to a barely beat scenario. But we don't know which gender I'm gonna battle, so I'm just assuming it's a man. I'm assuming he's not charmable, and that's why I put him into the high chance of losing scenario. Now this thread, he seems here very balanced. There are 2 I can easily beat, 2 I can maybe barely beat, 2 that I would have an epic duel of equivalency with, 2 where I had a high chance of losing, as well as 1 where I get obliterated and 1 where we would come out victorious if I were to have a flamethrower at my side. Now that leaves us with only one more character in the show. Cain. Now Cain, he is the embodiment of this circus, okay? He has complete control over it. So the only possible outcome, if I were to face him, which I pray will never happen, then he would obviously drown me in the digital lake.
Drown yourself in the digital lake!
There you have it. That's the tier list of everything, of all the characters I could possibly or not possibly beat in a duel. I think it's pretty solid. There is every space has been filled, luckily. We have, as I said, easily destroyable until drowns me in the digital lake. And I hope the last thing will never happen. I respect Cain therefore very much. I pray to him every day. And I hope he can answer my praise as well someday. And do not drown me in the digital lake. I hope that very much. Thank you all for watching. Leave your opinions down below of who you can beat or not beat. I'm very much interested because I'm always open to gain further insight into this topic, because it's, as I said, a very, very important subject that we all have to think about at some point. Again, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you guys.